All I have to say is this. I really don't get it. This is why field goals are important. Because if they just would have kicked those field goals, that touchdown ended that game instead of going into overtime. And you're 50. You're at the 50. Screenplay to Luther Burden, run the ball, take a shot on third down. I'm just not getting it. Yeah, okay, great year, great season, but hey, in the words of the Detroit Lions head coach, no, this is not promised to get back here. It's not. You were 10 yards away from at least a 60-yard attempt. 10 yards away from that. Was it second down when he threw the ball? And by the way, the drop passes, Roma Doomsday catches that touchdown. It's a completely different game. You know, I can't help myself to go back to the time when Rome was screaming on a video chat that he's the best wide receiver in the draft. Well, you're not. Colston Loveland dropped 4 balls. Luther Burden dropped balls. The only person that didn't drop a ball was DJ Moore. So now what? We go, because that defensive line is horrible, we go and what? Give up multiple draft picks to get Max Crosby, because you have to go all out on your defense. You have to. And you might need another corner. I'm sorry to say this, but there's just something's missing. Joe Tooney's another year older. You had your shot and you blew it. The Rams did not beat you. You beat yourself. Caleb throwing the ball when players are not making a cut. I'm just not understanding. You be as careful as possible because they can't stop you. You got to go 4 times for them to stop you. You need a 10 yards to kick a field goal. 15. Because I'm perfectly fine with kicking a 63-yard field goal. I can live with that. What I can't live with is an interception. And if this team does not go and have a defense next year, because the only way you're getting back to where you was is by going and getting a defense like the Texans got. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. You should have been playing in the championship game. And, you know, it doesn't hurt as bad as I thought it would, but you should have been playing in the championship game. I mean, look at this weather. Look at that. And that didn't affect, because they dropped some balls. But, you know, let's go back to the ball that Jackson, the linebacker, batted in the air. And this is why they say hustle till the whistle is blown. Because Jackson does his job and bobbles the ball in the air. He makes the ball bobble in the air. And our linebacker, that 6'6", 250 pounds that can't stop anybody running up the middle, Edmonds, decides to jog towards the play. Now go back and watch that play. Because you catch that's a pick 6, you're up 17-10 with 2 minutes left in the game. But no, that's not what happened. Edmonds decided to stop running and then jog to the ball. If he continues to run at a decent speed, that ball's picked and you run in the end zone. But he didn't. He did not hustle. He didn't play till the whistle was blown, because as far as he knew, that guy caught the ball and you still have to tackle him. So why did he pull up? Go back to the play that Matthew Stafford threw the ball to one of his wide receivers, and Jackson, number 48, I'm more than sure you guys remember that play, pits that ball in the air. And what happens next? Edmonds ends up 2 yards from receiving that ball in his hands, and he's got a straight shot at the end zone. Why was he 2 yards short? Go back and check it out. He pulled up and then jogged, not knowing if whether that guy caught the ball or whether it was a batted ball in the air. He didn't play true. That's why they say play true the whistle, because you never know. Also, another thing, the ball was just bouncing their way. There were 7 batted balls that we came just away. The last 4 games, the Bears did not have a turnover. And then that sack by Robinson, it bounced like a basketball right back in the man's fucking hands. Like, subscribe, comment if you want. It is what it is. I can't say you lost to a better team because you had it. You had it. You needed 15 yards to kick a field goal. 15 yards, and guys, I promise you, Stantos makes that field goal, and you're going to the championship. Caleb threw 8 interceptions all year long. He had 5 in the last 2 games. But this game's on no one else but him. No one else but him. And if I'm the Bears coaches, I want my receivers every day of that offseason to make sure they're catching footballs. Because it don't make sense. Why are they the worst team in football dropping the ball? I'm out.